guys, today we'll be doing makeup do's and makeup don'ts. So let's get started. So let's start with foundation. This is definitely a makeup don't. Don't apply your foundation in thick gulps like this. This is what you don't want. You don't want an oily face. What foundation's supposed to do is it's supposed to make it look like you have a flawless complexion, not an oily face. Actually, foundation is also supposed to make it look like your face isn't oily. So a trick for foundation is to apply it with a stippling brush. If you turn your head a little bit, there you go. Just like this way, because I can't see. Just apply it all on your face. Make sure you get every single part of her face because you don't want any misses, and then you kind of want to buff it in. So we're going to take like a buffer, and then we're just going to buff it in. So for buffing in, we're just going to do little light circles, and that's going to evenly apply the foundation and pretty much get rid of that oily glow that was occurring on the face. So sorry, we have a little mishap. There we go. So yeah, but don't apply it so it's all gloppy and it looks oily on your face. If it looks like that on your face, it's not right. If it looks like that on your face, it's blended well and you've done a good job. But I also will say, if you apply like a loose powder, such as this, over top of it, it'll give you that doll-like complexion that you want, and it's easy. So I'm just going to do a little bit with that same brush that I was using. I'm going to do little light circles, and it's just going to soak up any oils and imperfections on your face and kind of create that flawless complexion. Sorry. But you want to do little circles. I'm doing bigger circles, don't know why. Anyway, that's what you want. You don't want to apply it and make it look oily and greasy like this. You want to apply it and make it flawless like this. So let's move on. So next off, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a bronzer. Bronzer and blush are definitely one things where people go wrong most often. Because, I mean, it's basically a look that it's supposed to make you look a lot better, but it doesn't. So, yeah, let's get started. So with bronzers, you want to take it, and it's supposed to be so you're going to use a bronzing brush, and you're going to do this. And this is this is definitely a makeup don't. Applying that all over the face. Making you look bright red and bright orange is a big no-no. Like, you have not been tanning. You have just put on an ass load of bronzer. I'm going to show you two sides of her face. That side has bronzer, that side does not. For bronzer, what you should have is where you need it. So here is where you need it. Here's where you need it. And underneath here. That's the only places you need it. And it's just going to create the more tanner look. So you're going to put it on your temples, underneath your cheekbones where you can contour, and on your jawline. So that was for bronzer. Let's move on to blush. Next up is blush. Here's a definite blush do not. Do not apply your blush, smile, right there. You can even see that. It's heavy out here, but it's not on camera. There you go. Do not apply it in a single spot. Right here is where you don't want to apply it. Where I advise you applying it is, let's go to your other side. Using color that's light and sucking in and just applying it upwards, kind of to the temples. So almost to the the bottom of your brow. Just up. And it's going to make your face actually look a lot skinnier because you're contouring with the bronzer underneath. It's going to look better than you applying it right here. So, let's move on. Next, we're going to work on the eyes. So, a definite I do not is try to apply some kind of base. And if you don't, you're going to end up looking with something that is not like holding all day. And it's just going to look bad. Also, another thing is to definitely blend. That is my biggest pet peeve, is when I see people who don't blend. So, like this. You didn't blend there. It looks atrocious. So watch it when you do blend. So you're going to take a little of this. Apply that all over. I've already applied a base, but what you want to do is apply it all over the lid. I do like a darker color. Okay, now I'm going to blend. I'm trying to find my blending brush. I can't find it. So now you're going to take a blending brush and you're just going to kind of do little circles around, maybe get a little bit of that color on there and just do little circles in that spot. And blending it will just make it look so much better. So look at that compared to this. So that was for eyes. Well, eye makeup. Let's move on. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you put eyeliner on, but you put it on under your eyes. We have a friend who does that, and I ask, yeah. But we ask her why she doesn't put it on her waterline here or up top. She says, I'm afraid to put it on my waterline. I don't want to, poke my eye out. Well, first off, you can put it up top, and it would look so much better than putting it underneath. So here's makeup, don't. Putting it underneath your eye. She puts it underneath her eye. Not on her lash line. She puts it underneath her line. So that's her version. This is my version. And if you're afraid of putting it on your waterline, which automatically looks good, you can put it up top, like this. But you don't want it super thick. You just want it on your eyeline, lash line, because that's what you're trying to do with this eyeliner, is you're trying to make your eyelashes look a lot thicker. So look at that compared to that. You look like you've been beaten up on this eye rather than this eye. So let's move on.